This is a video I'm making for my younger self who felt completely crushed and demotivated during the winter months. And in it, I will show you the exact journaling routine that helped me beat seasonal depression and make progress in all seasons of the year. I live in Poland, and the months from November to February, March are much harder mentally for people here than the months from April to September. Just because it's so dark and rainy outside, and the idea that living in darkness is good for our mental health is just false. People who live in Southern Europe, Italy, Spain have a much easier time in these months. But if you live somewhere in the north or Central Europe, or in a place where the winters just get dark, cold, rainy and depressive, you need something to fall back on. When I was younger, I just didn't have that. So I would make all this progress in the summertime, in the springtime, in my physique, in my business. I was active, I was going out. But then when October hit, all of a sudden I lost that zest, I lost that enthusiasm, and I would just go back and lose all the progress that I have made. So I would move forward from April to September, and then I would move backwards from October to March, and it would come out equally. I wouldn't be able to make progress all year round. And I'm sure you know how it feels like. You wake up in the morning, it's dark outside, you don't have energy to do anything productive, so you just sit around, you watch a little bit of YouTube videos, or maybe you do some things that are productive, but you aren't really doing the things that will move you forward. You aren't really doing the activities that are going to bring you closer towards your goals because you just don't have the energy for them, whether it's physically or mentally. And there is one reason I've discovered for this struggle. It's just you don't have an anchor to get positive emotions and satisfaction from. I didn't have an anchor to get positive emotions and satisfaction from, so I was just like suffering all the time. And I figured I need to find a way to make this experience enjoyable. I need to find something that will bring me joy in a reliable way, that will bring me motivation, and that will bring me just positive emotion in a reliable way all the time, all throughout the year. So I had a low dopamine and low serotonin. Dopamine is the molecule of pursuit, of motivation, where you want to do something. And serotonin is the molecule of feeling good, of feeling satisfied with your existence. Now, what I'm about to show you will fix both of those. So we will increase your dopamine so that you are more motivated, and we will increase your serotonin so that you are happier and more satisfied overall. First of all, you'll need like a journal, notebook, or a piece of paper. I strongly advise you to do this on something that's physical. Don't do it digitally. Digitally, for me, it doesn't have the same effect. And if I were you, I would go for a nice notebook or a nice journal because it's just going to make the experience much more enjoyable for you, and also you'll be much more likely to stick to it. So invest here. Trust me, it will pay back like crazy. In the beginning, we need to take care of your serotonin because it's impossible to feel motivated when you're miserable and depressed. So I want you to sit down first thing in the morning with your journal, write down the date at the top of the page, and then I want you to write gratitude because we're going to use gratitude journaling for this. And I want you to use this exact formula. So you're going to put in 3 dots, 1, 2, 3. And then what you're going to write is, I am grateful for, name the thing you are grateful for, because, okay? So this is the formula, and you're going to repeat that 3 times. You're going to name 3 things that you are grateful for first thing in the morning. For example, you can say, I am grateful for this glass of water because it hydrates my body and it makes my brain feel better. That's the first one that you could write down. Next one, you could say, I am grateful for my green sweater because it makes me feel elegant and comfortable and it keeps me warm. Another one. Then I would use something also that's not physical. So you could say, I am grateful for the skills that I have developed because they allow me to live my life how I want to live my life. And that's a real sentence for me, for example. So you write down those 3 things. Now, this might sound simple and silly to you, but the moment you do this, you will all of a sudden get this spike, this boost in positive emotion, this boost in serotonin. Gratitude journaling actually boosts your enthusiasm and your satisfaction probably the most out of all activities. So if you can do it regularly first thing in the morning, you will get rid of that depressive feeling that you have. And think about these categories while you're gratitude journaling. You could think about a relationship that you are thankful for presently or in the past. You can be grateful for an opportunity that you have today that you might not have in the future. You can be grateful for something that's physical, and you could be grateful for things that happened yesterday. Okay, so all of these categories will make sure that you are not just repeating the same stuff day to day. Now, in the same session, time to introduce some dopamine, time to get you going and motivated. After that gratitude part, so those 3 dots, which will take you about 2 to 3 minutes, honestly, you will write down what would make today great. And then you're going to name 3 things. And be realistic, be open to ideas. What would actually make this day for you great? And name them. For example, you could say a refreshing walk on my lunch break. That's a perfect one. Then you could say hitting a workout and building my physique, moving a little bit closer to my goals. That's another one. And you could say something small like having a healthy dinner, right? But by you thinking about things that will make your day go great, you're starting that dopamine engine, that engine that's going to motivate you to move forward and actually do those things so that you can feel better. Okay, so we took care of your serotonin, we took care of your dopamine, but there is one more important element that you need to take care of. And that's the one that I was missing. So I was actually doing the gratitude journaling and I was doing the what would make today great section, but I wasn't reinforcing my identity and reinforcing the habit of journaling. So I would stop after a few days. So after you've had your day, in the evening, sit down with your journal and write down this section. Write down, I am proud for, and then you do bullet points, 1, 2, 3. I am proud for, and then you name 3 things that you are proud of yourself for on that day. This builds your self-esteem and this reinforces the habit of you journaling, and it also makes you build confidence because you will see the things that you're accomplishing every day. So you could say, I am proud for myself for sitting down and doing this journaling thing 2 times a day. You already have 1 thing, you're already winning. You could say, I am proud of myself for not eating that piece of chocolate that someone offered to me at work. That's another one, big one. You could say, I am proud of myself for not getting into the argument with that negative person. That's perfect. And then you have all these 3 things and you already feel like you have momentum, like you're moving forward, like you're actually making progress and moving towards your goals. So, in summary, in the morning, we sit down and we write down the date in our journal. We do gratitude, 3 things you're grateful for. Then we do dopamine, we take care of our motivation. What would make today great? You name 3 things. And to reinforce the habit, build your self-esteem and confidence, in the evening, you sit down and you write down, I am proud of myself for, and then you do 3 things. Not going to the argument, making that video, reaching out to this person, doing the workout, not eating sweets, whatever your goals are. This routine will skyrocket your mental health and it will enable you to make progress in every season of the year, just because it will make your life much more satisfying. Even when it's dark outside, even when it's hot, to feel good, it will give you this way to feel positive emotions reliably. Use it and start making progress today. And if you want to build your personal freedom and live a life without limits, and you would love more tips like that, join my free community. It's the first link in the description, where I will personally help you to achieve your dreams and build your personal freedom. So click the first link, see you there, subscribe, and see you in the next one.